DJ Rhino up in here tearing this up right now.
All right.
Yo, this is like the red parrot up in here. Yeah. What you, hey, Rhino, you know about that? Yeah, man. Oh. Hey, listen, man. I want to welcome y'all back to All Politics and Local, America's number one political hip hop radio talk show. DJ Rhino, I'm just gonna let you talk about it, man, because you was just doing the damn thing, brother. I gotta go back and watch the tape, man.
Well, it started off, man. First, I gotta say rest in peace to Phase 2.
Right.
He's one of our legendary graffiti writers. Okay, yeah, he was. Some people say that he was the one that started the wild style lettering.
Really?
That's in the culture of graffiti. So yeah, he's one of the pioneers of hip hop graffiti art, and we lost him just recently, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so rest in peace to Phase 2. And then I just played everything from his era.
Well, big up to you, man, for doing the dedication, my brother.
Yes, sir. Also, happy birthday to Mos Def. Happy
birthday, Mos Def.
Happy birthday to Morris Day at the time.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to
what's his Mos Def name? Kasim?
It's Yasin Bey.
Yeah, Yasin.
Yeah.
And what about DJ Ryan? We just had a young rapper that passed as well.
Yeah, and I played his too. Juice WRLD.
Okay.
Yeah, we just lost him. He had a seizure or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speculation. I don't want to get too deep into they talking about drugs and stuff like that. We don't know. But yeah, it's a sad loss to lose somebody so young. He was only like 21.
Yeah, right. I think the lesson is that taking care of health is important. Whether we're 21 or 50 or 81, I don't know what it was, but but we've seen athletes die on the court. So we don't, like you said, it's speculation, but paying attention to our health, because sometimes at 21 we just think that we can do anything. And in fact
But that's the difference though between having somebody who's part of the culture, as opposed to somebody that just plays the music of the culture.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Right on.
Definitely. Rest in peace to Juice WRLD.
Yeah, man. Big up to you. Hey, DJ Ronnie, you did the thing, my brother.
Yes, sir, as always.
Yeah.
I was spinning on my head out there.
All right. Well, listen, y'all got the
absolutely. I have to shout out an ancestor and a youngin. Today is the birthday of the great Ella Baker, one of the greatest organizers of the last 70 years. One of the unsung, organizers of the civil rights movement. You wouldn't have an SCLC that gave us Martin Luther King without Ella Baker. You wouldn't have a SNCC, because that's right, straight out of North Carolina. That's right. My daughter, Safia Kentucky Israel, is a fourth generation great niece of Ella Baker. Ella was born December 13th, 1903. She left on December 13th, 1986. My child was born 100 years after December 14th, 2003.
Wow.
Right? She was supposed to be here today. I was going to get on the behind a little bit. Yes. I got to shout her out. Announcements. Tuesday, Newark Public Library, a community response to the Newark Police Department's most recent report on themselves. Got some sharp young brothers that are going to be in the building. You saw that big story in the Washington Post. That brother, Dax Ross, is going to be one of the panelists. I was talking to your sister, one of her professors, Jason Williams from Montclair State, is going to be one of the panelists, and our own Will Simpson from Equal Justice is going to be the other panelists. Newark Library, James Brown African American Room, 6 o'clock on Tuesday, December 17th. And of course, Kwanzaa's coming up. Got a bunch of them coming up. 26th, the People's Organization for Progress will be at the Refile Building for Umoja. The 28th, the Newark Public Library has a children's one from 1 to 5 o'clock. I got the Popcorn Kids at 11:30 at Irvington Library, and on and on and on and on. It's the time and it's the season.
That's right. Trying to get it all in these last 18 days.
What you got, Donna?
I have, as you know, we have the Thomas Colson Woody Orange Community Foundation. We do an annual toy drive so that we can give back to those who may not have. So this week on December 19th, from 7 p.m. to midnight at Level 10 in Orange on Center Street, we're giving our annual toy drive. So please come out. Valerie Adams Band will be performing. And if you know anything about Valerie Adams, she's a bad sister. She's from back in the day in the Peppermint. And they do open mic. So it's not karaoke. So these are people that can sing, get on the mic. So if you want to come out, have a good time, bring an unwrapped toy, and let's each one reach one. And actually, on the day before, December 18th, we'll be doing a community meeting at Union Baptist Church on Oakwood Avenue to discuss development in the community, what's going on. That area is the East Ward of Orange. And
who's hosting that, madam?
I am hosting it. And that's the area, the predominantly African American area, and they're trying to do some new redevelopment. So we needed the developers to speak to the community, so the community can tell the developers what they envision for where they live. And again, that's this Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Union Baptist Church. So please come out.
What's the church's address?
Union Baptist is 160 Oakwood Avenue. Pastor Freeman is hosting us. Bring your pens and your pads, and let's do some strategic planning and make sure that when people come into our community, that we are having a seat at the table. And as Shirley Chisholm said, if there's no seat at the table, bring one with you.
Yeah.
And last but not least is Rhino. Did you watch Watchmen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you seen the open? Has everybody been watching Watchmen on HBO? So that might be our over the holiday task that
It's
we
called
should do.
Watchmen?
Watchmen is a series on HBO.
Okay.
And I had asked Rhino to when it opened up. This Regina King is one of the stars.
And she's killing it.
She's killing it. But when it opened up with Tulsa.
21.
But they had a discussion about it, and people thought that Tulsa was fictitious. So that the whole series is really built on historical things that happened a lot in our community and everything. So I think if it's a great
T-Town
series.
Massacre, May 29th, June 1st. With 300 people were killed. Some brothers who were in the African Blood Brotherhood saved their brother's life from a potential lynching. They fought to a standstill and made the mistake of putting their arms down, trusting the other side, and got mapped. And that's the real story of the T-Town Massacre.
But the thing, there hasn't been much drama on Tulsa. So what Rhino's aunt, was one of the last living survivors.
Really?
So she just passed.
Wow.
Was it last year? But I don't know, how that impacted you, but I know just watching it and just seeing it, it was really, really, whew.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have pictures of my aunt's father, who I call Pop, holding me as a baby in his arms. He was the store owner. He owned the clothing store in Tulsa.
Okay.
And there's footage on YouTube that you can pull up where you see the storefront of his store and one of the workers preparing the clothes. But yeah, she was my aunt, Auntie, Dr. Olivia J. Hooker. She was 6 years old when the massacre took place. And she was the last one of the last survivors. Wow. She was 103 when she passed last year.
Wow. So if we all watch it, maybe we can come back and
we got to do a whole
we got to
do a whole sit down on
that.
That's
right. So thank you.
Epic moment in our history.
All right. Well, y'all know in the radio business that music is called a chase.
Yes.
Chasing us out of here. Well, listen, y'all. We thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we thank all the guests tonight. We thank the folks who came in and did the vote.
Yes.
Conrad Tillett. Reverend Conrad Tillett, of course, Tamika Mallory, and of course, Councilwoman Monica McIver for coming in and sitting in for Mitty. And we also want to thank the effort on the part of Councilwoman Crump. She just, she was ill, and so.
Feel better, madam.
But you were here in spirit.
She trained us all so we could sit in for her.
And so we're gonna get you. We definitely gonna get you on the show. Next year, if not next week. You know how you told me to call you. I'm calling you for a date on Friday. All right, so I'll be doing that.
Okay.
So again, I want to thank, of course, DJ Rhino for always riding with me, my brother.
Ride.
Thanks, Zaid.
Yes, sir.
Thank the Assemblywoman for coming in at 7 o'clock and sitting in, and of course, thank Councilwoman Williams, and of course, thank the African Connection behind me, Mike. And What's your sister name, man?
Chisholm.
Chisholm?
Yeah, we're not gonna forget that.
Chisholm. Wow,
Yeah,
we
we're
will
not
not forget Shirley
that,
Chisholm.
yeah.
Right.
Well, we thank Chisholm, and of course, I want to thank my wife as
That's
usual.
right.
You know,
Queen.
taking care of everything with the
Queen,
phone.
that's right.
The Queen.
And you know, and of course, want to thank Brother Dashan. You know, that's our brother. You know, always rolling in the building.
Right.
So, so we want to thank y'all, and we'll definitely catch up with y'all next Friday.
And before you give your last
And
tip,
27th is gonna be our last show for the
Right.
year. So make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna do some special stuff next week.
and I know Congressman Payne posted as I was walking in the building that Rutgers just got a grant teach AI and things like that to the tune of $200,000.
To do what? Teach?
AI and
Artificial intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we want to
We
say
talked
thank
about
you,
that, yeah.
Congressman Payne. All right. So we'll see y'all next week. We don't say bye here. We say it in the best language of all.
Hotep.
Hotep.
That's it. Let's see in the world.